Welcome everyone, I'm K Plays Games and this is episode 30 of our EVE Online Let's Play series. In the previous episode I did lots more combat site grinding over the course of a few days. We introduced you to courier contracts so we could get paid for going somewhere we were going to go to anyways. And we earned a big giant pile of ISK. Now since I saw you last, we have trained drones 5. Which now lets us have 5 drones on the Tristan and Stratios or any other ship that has at least 25 megabits bandwidth. And that opened up drone interfacing, so that I've done 2 levels of that, and that's per level an extra 10% bonus to drone damage. So going from 4 drones to 5 is adding 25% because it's a whole extra drone, and then another 20% on top. So as soon as you get drones 5, your damage ramps up insanely. And the drone sharpshooting increases our optimal range per level. Now this is important because it also affects how your drones orbit something. They always try and orbit at their optimal range, and if they have a longer optimal range, that means they'll orbit it further out, which means their tracking is actually improved as a byproduct of that because they're not orbiting as fast, as close. So again, that helps them hit things. And we also did Heavy Drone Operation 1, which unlocked heavy drones. And I went to market and I filmed the final 100 cubic meters of the Stratios with some Faction Federation Navy ogres. Get these guys, they're absolutely awesome. Heavy drones do twice the damage of medium drones, and medium do twice the damage of light, so 4 of these is like having 16 light drones. You wouldn't use them all the time because the bigger they are, the slower they are, they've got worse tracking and they attract more fire from NPCs, but for blowing up things like buildings at the end of DED sites or particularly tough enemies, like the Overseer in the Serpentis 4 of 10, these guys come in extremely handy. And damage on the ship using the ogres has jumped to 354.1 DPS, which is brilliant. Much more than our Explorer Maller. Our Explorer Maller is getting 275. The Tristan has suddenly become excellent. 127.3 DPS. Remember, this only had 4 drones. And with only 4 drones and no skill in drone interfacing, it wasn't getting as much damage as the Punisher. And now I believe that's 128. Yeah, almost exactly the same as the Punisher. And there's more skill levels to go on the drones as well. You can do light drone operation 4 and 5, and that gives an extra 10% bonus and another level of drone interfacing, another 10%. Told you, when drones, as soon as you get drones 5, drones become really good weapons. As you can probably tell, because medium beam laser specialization 3 is running, we also managed to train up sharpshooter 4, which unlocked medium beam laser specialization, so we can now have Tech 2 beam lasers. So what's the plans for today? Well, I'm just going to talk at you. During the course of this series, we've done the introductory tutorial, all 5 career agents, the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc, level 1, level 2 and level 3 security missions, combat sites galore, from Sancha's Nation and Blood Raiders and Rogue Drones in the Mars space. Then we came to Galenti space and ran the Serpentis sites. We've done combat scanning for lost drones, we've hunted and destroyed mobile tractor units and looted them. We've done player-to-player courier contracts, we've done industry manufacturing jobs, we've done Abyssal Dead Space, and a whole load of other tips and tricks along the way. Skills-wise, we've trained Amar ships all the way up to Battle Cruiser, and we've done Galenti up to Cruiser, and we've done Minmatar and Caldari up to Frigate. Weapons-wise, as we know, we've done Tech 2, medium beam and pulse lasers. We've done hybrids up to medium, projectiles up to small, drones to 5, And missile skills, we've done a little bit of them but not too much. So we have done an awful lot of skills. Combat sites wise, I have been keeping track and we have run a total of 654 hideaway and refuge sites in total. Got 45 commander spawns out of that and 34 escalations. Now some of these escalations were the most so we didn't run them all. But we managed to make up for it by scanning a few DED sites. I've scanned and run some 3s and you've seen the 4s that we found. We've run lots of unrated sites like the lookouts and hideouts and we got some expeditions from them. Not very many of them led to anything but one did. Got Mine Flood and it went all the way to the end and we got a huge loot drop. Got another huge loot drop yesterday in a Serpentis 3 of 10. It wasn't even the final room building that dropped it, it was the first building in the very first room dropped a Shadow Serpentis damage control which sold for an awful lot of money. There you go. 211,200,000. That thing came in very, very handy. Our wallet is just below 750 million ISK, and that is after we've bought a grand total of 24. It says 23, but there was 23 purchases. This purchase was for 2. So we have bought and injected 24 daily alpha injectors, ranging from here 47 million to 43 each. So we spent a whole load of ISK on that. In total, in 30 days, we've made 3.39 billion ISK. Even though we were paying 11% tax on bounties and agent pay, you can see that accounted for only a tiny amount of this. So losing 11% of this tiny amount really didn't affect us. Most of our risk has come from trade, and that means selling the loot we've got. Ships wise, we have, let's see here, we have a Tristan and a Punisher for running level 1 and level 2 DEDs and hideouts. Got a Magnate for scanning and hacking, got an Executioner for fast travel, got a Coercer fitted out for salvaging, we've got a Venture for mining, we have a Sigil and a Nereus for fast hauling, we have a Malar for exploring, an Omen for level 2 missions, another Omen fitted out for abyssal sites, a Harbinger for level 3 missions, and most recently this Stratios also for exploring. So we've been playing EVE very much as if it's a single player game all this time, because this series is effectively a really long tutorial. But EVE is a multiplayer game. So you need to socialise with people, just chat away in the chats, chat to people you see in space. There are zero commitment PvP fleets that you can join. Spectre fleet are extremely good. They'll welcome anybody, even like brand new rookies. No commitment and they'll teach you lots about PvP. Same as Redemption Road, but they're not quite as busy or as professional, I would say, as Spectre fleet. And when you get higher skill, there's Bombers Bar, which is quite elite. You can tell because it's bombers, which are Tech 2 frigates. So that means if you're Omega and you can fly a bomber, you can hang out with them. But you just ask in one of the help chats, has anyone got a chat link for whatever activity it is that you want to do? Do that. And other than doing these random encounters, you can fleet up with people. Like if someone in a help chat is asking for help with a mission, you can private chat them with a right click and then go into fleet mode and run a mission with them. That's good fun. Or you can go more permanent and go looking for a corporation to become part of. This is what EVE calls guilds in other games. Now this will be easier for you because you're not a clueless rookie anymore, you're an asset because you've got lots of ships and lots of knowledge and hopefully lots of ISK. Lots of ways to find corporations. You can go to the corporate tab of the chat channels and there's various different language recruitments. English recruitment is perhaps not the best place to find the job because there's lots of people looking for clueless rookies to take advantage of. But there's also a subreddit called EVE Jobs. That's a good place to go. The forums and the EVE website is also another place to go. Or there's actually in-game corporation adverts that you can look at. Go to the Neocom main menu, to social, then corporation, then the recruitment tab, and search. There's all kinds of filters you can put in here. Tick the PvE or the PvE box and specify what kinds of each one you want to do. So if we want to find one that's just exploring and mission running and doing a bit of mining and new pilot friendly, this will update with that. Area of operations, high sec or low sec or null or wormhole if you wish. Languages, you can even set their playtime. This is really cool. This lets you determine what time zone the corp's usually active in, how big the corp is. Friendly fire means it's legal for corp members to fire on each other, so usually you want to exclude that. Some of them have skill point requirements, so you can exclude those as well, and here you go. Then it tells you the quality of the match for the filters you've created, and you can just have a look at them. This is their corporation badge, and if they're in an alliance, the second one will be lit up like this. You just click on it and read their advert, and if they sound like somewhere you want to go, you can click the apply button. It's as simple as that. This is actually quite a good interface, I quite like this one. But as usual, Eve being notorious for scams, do be careful. Never pay anyone a joining fee, because they'll just refuse your application and keep the money. Never contract them all your stuff in a courier contract to take to your home base for you, because they will just steal it. Never ever, even after you join the corporation, hand over original blueprints if you have them. Make copies and then give them to the corp if they want them. Even if they're saying, yeah, give us your originals, we'll go and research them for you. Never, never do that. So if you do find a corp under one of these methods and they're not right for you, you can always just leave. That's simple as a simple right click on your own name and leave corp. There are other ways to socialise in Eve as well. You can meet other Eve players in real life. Done this a few times, it's good fun. If you've got lots and lots of money, you can go to the official fan fest in Iceland each year. And there's other meetups all around the world. The one in Las Vegas, Nevada, is very popular. It's almost become like a secondary one to the fan fest, because quite a lot of announcements are made at Vegas. There's lots of other ones all around the world. There's posts in the forums about all the meetups, and sometimes if a developer's able and willing and close enough to come, they'll come. And I've met a few developers. I mean, people that you're shooting in the face all the time are suddenly your best friends when you meet each other in real life, because you share Eve as a passion. And then as soon as you go back home, you're back to killing each other again. All good stuff. And Eve really comes into its own when you start playing in multiplayer mode. Get a good band of brothers with similar goals, and you learn how to fit and fly ships in fleet, which is very rewarding. That's when the ships with the healing bonuses come in. At the minute, everything we've done has just been fitted for solo. Augurer traits for remote armor repair amount and remote armor repair activation cost. If you fly a logistic ship, which is what Eve calls its healers, you'll be everyone's best friend because you'll keep them alive in a fight. Or you can fly something like the Executioner, which has traits for propulsion jamming systems cost, which is the warp jammer and Weber. You'll be useful to a fleet. You'll fit a micro warp drive and chase people and pin them down, and the rest of the fleet will destroy them. Some of the best moments I've had in Eve have been in fleets, running around in low sec trying to find fights and pin people down and chasing them, and then in turn being chased by bigger and badder entities. We even annoyed one group so much. It was actually one of the rookie corps I was in. I think it was one of the Galente ones. We'd go out in fleets of Tristans and maybe a couple of cruisers and see what we could do, and we annoyed one group so much they ended up dropping capital ships on us just to make us go away. So it is good. So get out there and spread your wings and fly, but fly smart and fly safe. I did say that this Let's Play series would slow down, and it is going to, because I need to be able to get missile skills up and lots of the other support skills up and some of the spaceship command skills. So that'll let us go to Caldari space and farm 4 out of 10 sites, or run higher tier abyssal filaments. And if we get really good, we can go Omega status, and that opens up so many more things I haven't shown you yet. Level 4 missions for 1, and that will probably necessitate us getting a battleship. And there's planet mining and research and development agents and inventing Tech 1 blueprints into Tech 2 blueprints and manufacturing Tech 2 items and cloaking, which means we can run around in low sec and wormholes, and there's PvP, all kinds of stuff I haven't shown you yet. So this Let's Play will pick up after we've got enough good skills to do that, or if I find something cool and I want to show you it, I'll just hit record. So you might get some random videos coming out every now and again with some weird new site that you've never seen before. Until that day, do enjoy your life in Eve, and do take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon.